Plantscape Industry Alliance Interiorscape Hall of Fame. The 2005 posthumous honoree inductee is Nancy B. Goldstein. The distinction of being the first female-owned interiorscape company in Northern California, or undoubtedly being the only interiorscaper in the United States to have her 5,000 square foot short-term interiorscape exhibit featured on the cover of the Pacific Telephone Yellow Pages for the San Francisco area, goes to tonight's posthumous inductee into the Interiorscape Hall of Fame for 2005, Nancy B. Goldstein. Working in the horticulture industry was the last thing that Nancy ever intended to do. She was a doctor's wife who raised plants as a hobby, and while her mother did have a greenhouse in St. Louis, she majored in French to make sure that she was not even tempted. However, in 1968, when she and her family moved to the San Francisco area, she and her son John began dabbling in interiorscaping and founded Plants Unlimited in 1969. At that time, there were only two other plant maintenance companies listed in the Bay Area Yellow Pages: Decorative Plant Service and California Street Nursery. Plants Unlimited began its operations at exactly the right time, when the era of interiorscaping had just begun to flourish. By the mid-1970s, Plants Unlimited had more than 500 guaranteed maintenance and lease accounts. This amazing growth brought Plants Unlimited to San Lorenzo, California, when in 1977, they purchased a large greenhouse range that was growing roses, which immediately put them in the rose business as well as being a major interiorscaper in the Bay Area. 2 years later, they purchased another greenhouse operation, which added significantly to their inventory of foliage and stature, and they began supplying foliage not only to the interiorscape market, but also the retail nursery market. By the mid-1980s, Plants Unlimited had begun their slow conversion from being a major interiorscaper into a major industry supplier of foliage and color, both to the interiorscape market as well as the retail nursery market. By this time, they had also phased out of their rose-growing operation and converted their 100,000 square foot greenhouse range to a holding and acclimation facility, as well as a foliage and color production facility. At the same time Plants Unlimited was phasing out of its interior plant maintenance business, they were increasing their short-term rental business from small weddings to large conventions, as well as participating in many county fairs, which won them many awards for design and perpetually the coveted horticultural awards. Nancy was one of the first female members of the American Landscape Contractors Association, long before they had an interiorscape division. She was also actively involved with the California Association of Nurserymen, a longtime member of the Board of Directors of the International Plant Propagators Society, and an active member of the California Landscape Contractors Association. She was also very involved with the evolution of the Northern California Plantscape Association. Nancy passed away in 1997 after a long-term illness. There are presently two permanent landscape displays that are dedicated to her. One is the aviary at the San Francisco Zoo, and the other is a 3,400 square foot display in the Garden Building at the Alameda County Fair. Nancy was one of the pioneers of the interiorscape industry, and her dedication to and involvement in the industry was truly instrumental in helping it to evolve into the institution that it is today.